Welcome to Elif's Kitchen. Today, I want to share with you a recipe for leek Börek that I make constantly and everyone who tastes it loves. I want to share my upside-down leek pie recipe. To be notified of my new recipes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications by pressing the bell icon. I added 7 cups of flour to my kneading bowl. Using a classic glass, that's approximately 800 grams. I'm adding 3 tablespoons of yogurt on top. 1 egg. Half a teacup of oil. About 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm adding 1 packet of baking powder. I will add the water little by little. First, I added 1 glass of water. I start kneading by gradually adding water. In total, I added 1.5 cups of water to my dough. We need to knead the dough very well. See, it needs to be a soft but non-sticky dough. It shouldn't be stiff. After kneading the dough, I sprinkled some flour on the counter and placed it on top. If you knead by hand, you should knead it well on the counter like this. I'm dividing my dough into balls. I divided it into pieces about the size of a large egg. I placed them into a floured tray. There were 18 dough balls. I cover it with a damp cloth. I let it rest for about half an hour in a cool place. If you are in a warm environment, you can rest it in the refrigerator. In the meantime, I'm preparing my filling. I have about 1 kilo of leeks. I'm using the white parts of the leeks. I separated the green parts, I won't use them. Like this. I'm slicing them thinly on the cutting board. Then, into my pan, I added about half a teacup of oil. I'm adding 1 large finely chopped onion. And I sauté it for a few minutes. Then, 1 teaspoon of pepper paste. I added 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. I sauté that for a few minutes as well. I'm adding the finely chopped leeks on top. Adding enough salt, black pepper, and chili flakes on top. Over medium-low heat. Stirring occasionally. I sauté until the leeks soften. My filling is ready, I set it aside to cool. To grease the layers of my Börek, I put 50 grams of butter and 50 grams of margarine into my bowl. If you wish, you can use all butter or all margarine. I melted it and I'm adding 1 teacup of oil on top. I mix it and set this aside too. And I start to roll out my rested dough balls. You can sprinkle plenty of flour while rolling. I roll them out to the size of a serving plate. You can roll them all to the same size and stack them. Since we rolled them with flour, they don't stick anyway. I will roll out all of the yufka sheets. I will use 9 yufka sheets for the base of my börek. I will also use 9 yufka sheets for the top layer of my börek. I rolled out all of my yufka sheets. I placed one on the counter. About 1 tablespoon of the oil mixture I prepared, I drizzle over it. I spread it evenly everywhere. You can also spread it with a brush. I stack 9 yufka sheets this way, greasing between them. After placing my last yufka sheet, I don't grease the top yufka and set it aside. One base of my börek is ready. For the other layer, in the same way, 9 yufka sheets. I will grease them like this and stack them. Again, I don't grease the top yufka sheet. The first greased dough I prepared. I roll it out to the size of the tray. See, it easily rolls out by hand, but if you want, you can also use a rolling pin. I place the rolled out dough into the greased tray. Extending it slightly over the edges like this. I placed it inside the tray. I spread my filling over it. My other yufka sheet. I also stretch it to the size of the tray. I place it on top. When it's a bit too large, you can place it towards the center like this, it won't be a problem. We had extended the bottom dough slightly over the edges. I fold these overhanging dough pieces over the top with my fingers, closing the edges as you see in the video. Then I cut it into triangles. I wanted to cut it this way, but you can cut it into squares if you prefer. I pour all of the remaining oil, which we used to grease between our dough layers, over the top. I spread it nicely with a brush, ensuring it covers all parts. Then, I bake it in a 170-degree preheated oven with top and bottom heat until the top is golden brown. My börek baked in approximately 40 minutes. The top is nicely browned, as you can see. After letting it rest for about 10 minutes, I serve it. See, it's crispy on top and soft inside. It turned out to be a wonderful Börek that separates into layers. I recommend you try it too. Good luck to those who will try it. Bon appétit. I'm looking forward to your likes and comments. Thank you for watching my video.